It's Christian! If you still want to get an It's Christian shirt, then you can go ahead and do so on my website. It's on the screen right now, if you can even believe that. How's it going, everybody? Check out that shirt. You know, it is Christian, isn't it? There is a new show, probably not new. I don't even know if it's come out yet. I don't keep up with TV that much anymore. That's some useful information for you. Last time I made a video, I checked out a show called God Friended Me, which looks like just such a good show. Looks like a fantastic show that's coming out. Well, apparently there's another show that is It is called Living Biblically. Now, I've actually had my grandmother let me know how concerned she is about this show coming out and how inappropriate this is. So I know now. Unlike, oh no. Oh, geez. God friended me, and now I'm back. All right, so I know that, unlike with God Friended Me, I have confirmation that at least one person who is kind of in the demographic of people who would enjoy watching something Christian will not appreciate this. People who enjoyed Touched by an Angel, or, Life Goes On, Seventh Heaven, maybe. You know, the people who would enjoy those types of shows, my point is, I already have confirmation from somebody in the Greatest Generation, letting me know that this is not something that they're interested in. So, is it a swing and a miss? Well, let's see if someone who's of the millennial generation will enjoy a show called Living Biblically. Pause it right there. Well, I just found out that this show had already started in February and canceled by April of this year. So the show's already aired and been canceled. But you know what? Since when was I on the cutting edge of anything? I mean, shoot, I should be working on my I Can Only Imagine review right now. Oh well, let's go ahead and watch the trailer anyway and see what the show was going to be all about. Let's check it out right now.
Hey, man, you open?
Church is always open. We're like Heaven 11.
I'm liking it already.
Well, it all started when my buddy Ray died.
My Ray just loved you two so much.
He's in a better place.
No, he's not. Raymond is in devil country now. Area code 666.
How would you say that?
He stopped going to church.
Ah, well, so did I.
So you'll see each other again.
And then my wife dropped the bombshell that brought me here today.
Brace yourself. Your girl's pregnant.
So it's based on a novel of the same name.
I'm a good man, but I want to be great.
Look, like, sitcoms are always gonna be... Uh-oh. Oh, great. Hold on. If you can hear me but can't see me, it's because my camera turned off. That's the deal. That's what's happening right now. Boy, this is going to be fun to edit later. I'm back. Got my camera back on. What I was trying to say there before my camera turned off is sitcoms are inherently hokey and cheesy. So this already looks kind of dumb, especially the first episode. You watch the first episode of any sitcom that you like, and none of them are that good. They don't know what they're doing with the show yet. It's just things happening, and you're like, how did this show ever become so good, so big? I mean, so popular is the word I'm thinking of. It becomes good, but, you know, anyway, so it's the establishing the premise sort of idea is what goes on with the first episode like that, and this premise, well, let's get into that. Let's see what it's got.
Do you have any books for when you're just sort of an overall disaster as a person, but are also going to be bringing a human child into the world?
I've been divorced 4 times. I bought stock in Blockbuster Video, and I worked the night shift in one of America's last bookstores. You don't want my advice.
Bible? No, that's an accident. I didn't mean to get that.
Put it back.
I've decided to live my life 100% by the Bible, to the letter.
I've decided to become a legalist.
Donuts in the easy.
What's up with your threads, man? You look like a business casual ghost.
It's weird, because there's a lot of aspects. I don't know. I'm being too technical with this. I'm being too literal with this. But if he is going to follow it literally, I know a few people who are orthodox in their thinking, and that's not what they would wear, you know? That's a very Christian, American Christian outfit, but that's certainly not Orthodox Jewish outfit, I would say.
I just really believe it's going to make me a better father for our son or daughter.
Hey, Chip, hooked up with this chick, Josie from CrossFit. Hottest caboose I have ever seen. Aside from my wife, of course.
That's not Tracy.
Biblically, what should I do?
The Bible says you're supposed to stone adulterers. But of course, you're not going to be doing that in 2017 because of jail.
Baby, what are you doing with that rock?
See, this is even more tone deaf than God friended me. I mean, why would the minister not say, hey, actually, with the new covenant with Jesus Christ, we're living under grace rather than being under the law. So if he's going to live biblically, then he needs to live biblically with the whole thing in context. It would really make sense to have a character, especially the minister, who has an understanding that, hey, you're trying to live biblically, but you're totally misunderstanding the point. We have been given grace, that we're not saved by our works, but we're saved by what Christ has done for us, and we now have the ability to do what's right because of the work not that we do, but the work that Jesus Christ did. Not that I want them to preach all the time on this show, but there was an Adventures in Odyssey episode where this girl tried to live her life based on the verse that says, count it all joy. So anytime something bad happened in her life, she would just say, oh, count it all joy, count it all joy. Everything's fine, I'm just counting it all joy. She kept on pretending like everything was fine because she had this complete misunderstanding because she read this one verse and thought that she could live her life based on that one verse. And in reality, she was totally missing the context of eternity. But there was a lot of funny moments and fun along the way, but you had a voice of reason that stepped in and said something, which was the voice of Mr. Whitaker, who said this.
Erica, joy has nothing to do with feeling happy. It doesn't mean we walk around with smiles plastered on our faces and pretend like nothing ever bothers us. The joy we have as Christians is rooted in Jesus and what he did for us on the cross. You see, he conquered death and sin. They have no hold on us anymore. That's why even though we feel bad or hurt or angry or depressed, we can still be joyful.
Then it's okay to feel all those things? I mean, angry and hurt and all that?
Of course it is. You're only human.
Now, I haven't watched the full show, the full Living Biblically show, and I don't think I will. But just based on this trailer, you have that minister who's there and completely giving this guy totally bad advice. You don't have that voice of reason stepping in and saying, hey, this is funny because you're a human trying to be perfect, and you can't be perfect because you're a human. So let me explain to you now why you've misunderstood what's going on here. But why wouldn't the minister say that right now? I don't get it.
I don't want...
Ow! What the hell, man?
I imagine that this show is just, it's gonna pick and choose what things are like that. I mean, there's so much other things that he's doing that isn't biblical, and maybe he just hasn't read it, and that's the whole thing. It feels like it's trying to say, hey, everybody, if you really try to live by the Bible, then things are gonna go wrong. Or maybe it's saying, like, maybe it's about grace. Maybe that's the idea of this show. I guess it's a funny concept. I guess. Again, I won't be watching it.
You got to hit Gary in the face with a rock? I might have to try this Bible thing out my damn self.
Darn self.
Darn self. Darn self.
Yeah, because the Bible says not to say damn. So what is it? What is up, CBS? Like, what's your plan here? What's your strategy with all of this? These are two Christian shows that you guys are making. I don't know, maybe you're just trying to reach out to another demographic. Maybe PureFlix is doing way better than I thought, and they're getting hard to compete with. I don't know. Very interesting. We'll just, I guess, have to see how people see it. I can't imagine people are going to be very receptive. New sitcoms always seem like bad ideas to me. Every time I see a new sitcom, I'm like, that's not going to do well. The jokes are stupid. They're all the same type of thing. But then some of them go on for years and years. It's not that I don't like sitcoms. I liked a lot as a kid. I liked all the TGIF sitcoms and stuff. But then now that I am a man, I wear stretchy pants and I don't really watch many sitcoms. Let me know what you guys think about this show. There's not much to say about it because there's just a few minutes. So that's kind of the extent that I have to say about it. I'm sorry. I wish I could say more about this show, but I can't. So leave your answers in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Good night.